I want to start with how Nery actually managed to drop Inoue in the first round. First, both fighters found themselves in the inside range, looking for a way to leverage their position to land a punch. Inoue created the space to land a lead uppercut on Nery. This is where it fell apart a bit for Inoue because he was looking to follow up the lead uppercut with a right cross. But before he could pull the trigger, a left cross from Nery was already on its way. If you understand the basic mechanics of throwing a right cross, Inoue was in the middle of shifting his weight to the front foot when Nery's punch landed. He was supposed to plant his lead foot during the transition, but upon impact, his lead foot became the pivot point, and his right arm served as the anchor, causing him to spin. That is why he fell the way he did. Now, that is just the breakdown of how it happened, but I'm not trying to discredit Nery on the knockdown. In fact, his brilliant timing helped him score the knockdown, aside from having adequate punching power to do it. Plus, dropping the monster for the first time in his pro career is an achievement. After the knockdown, Inoue was in defensive mode for a brief moment. His slick defensive moves helped him to evade Nery's haymakers. Nery was looking to capitalize on the knockdown, but he got a bit sloppy, so Inoue punished him with some counters before the end of the round. In an open stance matchup, the battle for lead hand control and lead foot dominance is to be expected. Both fighters understand its importance, but I want to focus on how Inoue used these battles to set up and get back at Nery. Notice how Inoue takes the outside angle with a huge right-hand swing. Nery evaded the punch and could use this moment to punish Inoue with a counter. But Inoue quickly gets out of the way to avoid return fire, as if he was never there. Nery also takes the outside angle in this sequence while swinging with a left. The difference is that Nery tends to break his base by stepping his rear foot forward while on the front foot. Thus, he briefly leaves himself badly overextended and vulnerable to counters. It was inevitable that a fighter with better timing would punish him at some point. Here, as Nery steps to the outside, Inoue steps back right at the edge of the punching range. While Nery falls short and in a vulnerable position, Inoue counters him with a perfect short left hook that drops him. A brilliant setup by the monster. Nery got away with doing it several times in the fight, but by round 3, it was clear that Inoue had already adjusted. He was firing at will and making Nery miss many shots. Instead of occupying Nery's lead hand, Inoue utilized fast, consistent jabs to create a rhythm and then banged Nery with a quick 1-2 combination upon reset. Round 4, Inoue was completely in control of the fight. His quick, evasive moves and fast combos coming from all directions bewildered Nery to the point that Inoue was toying with him. Round 5, Inoue dropped Nery again with a left hook. The sequence also showed that Inoue could fight on the inside when needed and find creative ways to land his short punches. Here, Inoue baits Nery with his head and quickly gets out of the way to counter with a left hook. Nery was already on his way down before he could open up. By round 6, it was complete target practice. Inoue was too quick, too slick, and too strong for Nery. Seconds went by, and Nery had less and less to offer until Inoue's vicious attack by about the halfway mark of the round put him out of his misery. The referee waved off the fight, and Inoue had his 8th consecutive win by knockout. Despite the rocky start, Inoue weathered the storm and came out victorious in a scintillating fashion. It was an awesome fight. Arguably, it was one of Inoue's toughest fights since his first clash with Donaire. He got dropped, but he showed that he could recover quickly and make adjustments. Who should he fight next? Comment below.